Alright, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. On to the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. It's a quick show through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai. I'm sitting here just playing certain type of tunes when I was a kid. And as I'm playing these musics, and I was thinking why, why would trigger these certain things, because I'm one of them older brothers and I like certain songs, and because it brings the older mindset in your mind, when you the maturity of your mind. And the first thing that came to my mind, matter of fact, let me read this real quick. 1 Corinthians 7:31, it says, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. So when I'm sitting there playing this particular song right now, because I remember when I was a kid how impactful this song was for me as a child. And look up the word fashion. It says schema. The inhabitants as comparison everything in a person which strikes the sense, the figure, bearing, discourse, action, manner of life. So these products, these things that happen in our lives, was an element in our lives that made us who we are. Matter of fact, let me read on. It says, for the eternal figure as a mode or circumstance that is by implication eternal condition, fashion. So the clothes, the music, the atmosphere, at one period of time, we was all a part of. And as just, I was born in the 80s, in the early 80s, and they had a period of time, the high tops for Jake, the Mohawks and so forth, and went away. Then you had the dreadlocks, that went away. You had the Caesars that came back from the 70s, and that went away. It's just the same way with the things of today, and the pattern of today is just a re-edition of the things of the past. And the things of the past sticks in your mind because it was a part of your upbringing. So when you sit there, you reminisce of old things that, we all go through that stage. When we sit there, we reminisce of the old times, of the old ways of things once was. But guess what? They all pass away. Nothing stays the same. All right. Matter of fact, real quick, I don't know. Just certain scriptures kick in the most when I hear this one. I haven't heard this song in a long time. Ecclesiastes 3:11, 3:1. It says to everything there is a season, and a time there's every purpose under the sun. Under the heaven. Sorry, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up. So we living in a time of things are deteriorating, and the only things that we do remember is the things that was a fashion of this world that's passing away. So when we sit there, we contemplate of the things of the past. It's because those are the times that brings us the best memories. And right now, the only thing we do have is the best memories of a thing that we was familiar with. But the thing that we're familiar with is dying, is dead. And the world that we know as it is completely dead. All right? And I did a show in Lowell. I'm gonna put the video. You had this woman, the more, no, I don't know her last name. The more Levant or something like that. And she sing the rendition of Bill Weathers' "A Lovely Day," and she did a to us brothers, that was a horrible rendition, but for the people of this world, that was a great thing. It shows you the mindset of the people, and they don't know the time set that they are in, and we in a time of death and destruction. All right. Matter of fact, Romans 13 and 12, 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now is the high time to awake out of sleep. For, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed. So we know the time right now is not great, because the simple fact the Lord has established this time to be the worst time of ever. So we reminisce of the times that was once before, because why? The time that was once before is the time that we were familiar with, that brings out the best out of us. All right. The fashion of this world is dead. The things of this world is dead. It says the night is far spent. The day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. And that's, you know what? And it's heavy. I've been watching certain things that makes me reminisce of certain things. I was watching Everybody Hates Chris, and the way he captured that time was perfect for somebody like me. You know, it says Sirach 2 and 14, let go from thee thy mortal thoughts, and cast off the burden of men. Put off thy weak nature. So the mortal thoughts is the things of the past, the things of us that made us fall, and that we reminisce in the times of, we always go back in time and think about the good times when there was no good times for us. No matter what century, what decade it was, Salakia, what decade it was never good for Israel. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the biblical Israelites. All right, we gotta put off that, and I'm particularly talking to the men. We gotta put off that weak nature, all right, that mortal thought of the things of the past. It's good to reminisce, but the things that we reminisce on, it all died off, and the only thing is left for us is the future, and the future for us, particular, is the greatest future that any man could think of, because our future is not just talking about the planet Earth. It's talking about the universe. Our future for us brothers out there is everything, man. All right. The only thing that holds us down is these weak thoughts of the past, and we got to get over it, because the past is what it says is the past, and the main purpose is us being put on here is the present and the future. And the future is crowns on our heads. The future is us being in the kingdom of heaven. All right, wiping all the tears in our eyes. And though we reminisce of the thing of the past, the thing in the past made us to be the men that we are today. All right. As far as the women goes, if the Lord's dealing with you, and you listen and you be faithful to this truth, you will see the same thing we see. Because those things of the past is what we reminisce is all wickedness. All right. It's all wickedness, man. And it's funny because like that's like our best rendition of ourselves. It's like, what do you remember the most? But the fashion of this world is passed away. All right, the era, the age of certain things of this world, the flat tops, the high tops, the jerry curls, the dreads, back to the Caesars, to to the froze. It's an everlasting cycle. And when it all ends is said and done, the only thing is left is the truth. It says, and set aside the thoughts of that are most heavy unto thee, and haste to the flee from these times. Because the things that we think is heavy is not heavy. All right? The things that we think that's gonna bother us is not gonna bother us. Brothers and sisters gotta get their soul right. Because the judge is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. If you're in the mindset of the things of the past when I was in my youth and in my strength and I was doing this, no, our mindset should be at the present time to do what's right inside of the Lord. Matter of fact, I'm gonna end it off on this. 2nd Ezra 16 and 67. It says, behold, the Most High himself is the judge. Fear him. So who are you trying to oppress? Is the people of this world? No, it's the people. It's the Lord. So leave off your sins and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall the Most High lead you forth and deliver you from your iniquity, for your trouble. Sorry. All right. So our main goal is to please Him that made us. So if you're reminiscent of the past, of the fashion of this world, all right, you can think about when Paul wrote that. What was the fashion at that time? Which historically, the gladiators, the Romans was into a whole bunch of madness sexually. Okay, but those are the things why people looked at upon like, wow, the saying do, but the Romans do that's what it was talking about. Whatever they did, people would do. But that thing came and gone. All right, but what's left is the everlasting spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and that's the key. We have to think longevity. And what we see right now is not longevity. What we see right now is a form of fashion of the beast society, man. For behold, that burning wrath of the great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. So that's what we fight against, a system that's totally against us. All right, and what we bringing back is things of old, what our forefathers was doing. All right, and they that consent unto them shall be in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place in the cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like, hold on, Slakia, let me bring this out. Revelations, 12 and 17. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which kept the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahushua. So what seems to be old-fashioned and things of no use in the society is what they're going to make war against us for. All right, we're playing a longevity game, and they playing a short-term game. So praising Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua in this society is not a thing that's to be put high upon, but to serve Satan is a thing. That's a thing to be. All right, but we here put on earth to be consistent, to always go where Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua tell us to go. And this world and the fashion of this world does fade away. Okay? And when it does fade away, what stands the most is us being on top. Matter of fact, I'm just going to end off on this. I'm trying to make this short. So, 2nd Ezra 42 and 42, I believe. It says, and I Ezra saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I would not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And amidst there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set a crown, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These put these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal clothing, and confess the name of the Lord of the Yahweh, and now are they crowned and receive palms. So we living in a time where it seems to be impossible, it's unpopular to praise Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, but we stand as it says. All right, read on. It says, and then said I unto the angel, What young man is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So it may seem to be unpopular, all right, because everybody out here is for a fad. You know, everybody's out here for a moment. For those of us that's old-fashioned, so to speak, you know, the term old-fashioned speaks for itself. All right, something that's past, that's something that's supposed to go away, but you consistently being who you are. What are we working for? We working for this particular crown that this young man is about to give. And that young man is going to say, it says, So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High. So the crown is coming from Yahweh Shai, man. So Yahweh Shai is going to give the crown unto the brothers that the world deemed unpopular, people that's unseen, people that's not part of the new fad, the new fade, so to speak, that kept the old ways. This is who the Lord's going to crown. He said, whom they have confessed in the world, then begin and greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. So not only did they kept their integrity, because part of the integrity is keeping what you know. All right, and part of keeping your integrity is the things of old. So what you've been taught is gonna stick with you. So what stuck with us, the thing that we knew. This is the power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. While the world may change, it's different hairstyle, it's different clothing style, you stay the same. All right, it's not popular, but it's not about popularity. All right, it says, then begin I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. And the angel said unto me, Go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy power thou hast seen. So this is the testimony of those that continue the tradition, or rightfully saying the ways of the Lord. All right, not the tradition of men, but the right ways of the Lord. Great crowns is going to be put upon you. All right, this is what we work hard for. And we understand this thing, because the way of the world is over. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.